Okay, once again, this is second round two of Let's Talk Clarity. And what I decided to do was share something that was personal because I have certain things that I don't like to do, but I try. It's about a dream I had, okay? And the dream was my dad appeared, and we were sitting at our kitchen table that was in our kitchen when I was a young girl. And I love that table, right? And I'm going to just share this as best way as I can. Some of what I got from this was, I just woke up and it was a good vibe. So now, I just want to have a very good conversation to some people that have ever had dreams and their parents appeared when maybe they were resting in peace and transition, because I've been in an anti-advice mode. The season has changed, and I want to be honest, most of the advice people are giving other people, especially with certain energies, when you're happy or whatever and you want advice getting through something, what they're getting out there, it's like they get a trap. They're being trapped. People need to talk about what's not working in their lives, especially when certain things, there's nothing really wrong. So first, just stop listening to people who use deep spiritual abstracts and words, because when you are doing the best that you can in life, those type of things can really stagger you, and it can bring zero practical peace to your life. So back to my dream, because in real life, yes, he would talk to me in quiet hours of the night, and it would be about all the time that he was spending business wise, and his daily experiences. And he used to say to me, execution, like over execution, doing things properly over overthinking. And he said also, watch a person's feet and not their mouths. And in your personal life, it is the exact thing. When people will treat you poorly, he used to always tell me, you look at a person here and not in their eyes. And, I used to put a spin on certain things, because complex web that people have, they can justify themselves, right? If their energy brings you to feel sick or uncomfortable, and then turn around in some type of way, their beautiful words could do something for them. But to be honest, their beautiful words with what they've shown you, it won't mean absolutely nothing if you understand, what I've explained, So, I packed up and I came to Florida, and it wasn't to downgrade at all. It wasn't to fit into someone else's lower version of what they thought of who I should be. I wasn't running from anything. And, you shouldn't either. You know what I'm saying? People, no matter where you are, if someone doesn't have a genuine connection to your soul, your spirit, and I'm going to say that, their opinion of you is completely irrelevant. Please understand that. Your soul and your spirit, they no. Okay, it's irrelevant. Let me break down a spiritual truth for you. Think about two birds sitting in this tree. Okay, this tree of life. You are a tree. The first bird, or the trees, the first birds in that tree is representing the divine spirit inside of us. And it just sits on the branch and observes. And it watches the rain, it watches the wind, and it doesn't judge. It doesn't judge. And it doesn't interfere. And that's pure peace and harmony and awareness. But then there is a second bird. And the second bird, we'll call it the ego bird. It's always doing too much, right? Building extra nests, always pretending, faking its presence. And it views every other bird as a weak bird. But see, true clarity only happens when, like the second bird, right, with all that, the ego bird has an epiphany and wakes up and decides to stop trying to be someone else. And then recognize the higher spirit. But let me tell you something. Until people do that inner work, they will bring storms, clouds into their life, and they will let the negative energy right into the wind to knock whoever they feel is in their way down. So what do you do? What do we do? What do we do? You have to practice extreme accountability. And that's not easy to do. But you don't sit around wishing an ego bird will change. You take 100% control of your space, okay? And you just burn the nest. Burn the negative nest, the negative influences, the bull crap. Just cut the invisible cord of dependency. You unemerge your energy from disharmony, and you just return to life. Return to life as a tree, because a tree has its roots, and it's unshakable when it's alive and hold. So stop letting outsiders measure your worth. Your worth ain't to be measured by someone. Just let's get it clear. Protect your light and execute. So thank you. If you got clarity with that, wonderful. Cool beans and clarity for you.